Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with episode 18 of Minecraft New Adventures. And today I have no idea what we're going to be doing. Like, I went into the nether at the end of basically the end of last episode and instantly got killed. We're going to go back after I start the MDF inventory a bit more. But yeah, we're going to go back, we're going to go and spend, say, 15-20 minutes in the nether, and when we get back, I'm hoping I get some inspiration to finish the roof, because looking at my house, I'm like, okay, I need to finish the roof. It's like, how do I finish the roof? Like, what do I want to do with the roof? And I have no idea. Like, do I want to, like, leave it flat and have it as a homage to Quest? Bear in mind, if most things do see me, I'm, let's just say, scrapped meat. Ah! See, when I said quick trip to the nether, I didn't mean quick trip to swim. So guys, a lot of the early stuff with the nether is just going to be trial and error. Could I make more? Could I make a full set of iron armor? Yes. But I don't want to. Not until I go mining again. And to me, mining is just one of those, like, the way I mine, because I basically only ever mine down strip mines. If I found a cave, I probably would. Like, keep note of it and then do it over stream. But considering I only ever mine strip mines, it'd just be me going straight down a line for about 1,000 blocks. Coming back, straight down another line for 1,000 blocks. Coming back. Don't do that. I probably should have brought food with me. See, like, this is where we currently are. No. Ooh. If I had an anvil, I could, but I don't have stuff to make one. See, yeah, this is where we currently are, and part of me is like, how the hell do I get down? Now, if I had gravel, it'd be the simplest thing in the world. But I don't. I don't think. Just gonna dig, essentially, like, a nice little tunnel. And by tunnel, I just mean, like, a nice little space. If I block it there, 2 does look nicer, but I'd rather not a couple ways. Like, I'd rather not 2 ways to get in here, and like this is still symmetrical. What I'm going. Well, actually. Oops. Damn it. Okay, so we're probably not going to spend more time in the nether, but before I go back in, I'm going to want some fruit. Although, in all honesty, I do think next episode, I probably should consider setting up a better farm. Because before I instantly go jumping back into danger, I'm pretty sure I do have sugarcane down there. I've just got some growing there. I have a couple of cows and pigs. I'd say a couple, I think. Yeah, a couple of each in here. The reason I'm not slaughtering them is because the smart move isn't to do it. The smart move is to literally leave them there, wait till I can set up a pen, and, you know, done with it. Like, set up a pen, you know, feed them and all that lot, get a proper wheat source going. Like, there's some hay around, but, like, I don't want to get rid of it because I like how it looks. And I'm not desperate for the food. Like, it'd be nice, I'm just not that desperate when especially when I have, like, a nice little berry farm. I do have sugar. I've either grown sugarcane, or B, that's from stuff that's already grown. But yeah, guys, we're not going to completely go and explore the nether. That will be done in a future episode. Probably when I go and get 4 iron armor. So I don't think I've had that. I could make it. It's just a case of I know for a fact that I will need iron. And until I get an iron farm set up, nice little safe spot. Nothing can hurt me here. the reason I'm doing this is in like still trying to make it look nice. Is yeah, because at the end of the day, I do want it to be like a nice thing. Like I do want it to go all the way down, but like at the end of the day. Like somehow the Spider-Man content is less like somehow getting my literal ass kicked by Yuri is less stressful than being over lava. Basically, if you didn't see part 5 of the stream, I'm not going to go too much into it because I again want you to go back and rewatch it. I said a while ago in the Spider-Man 2 streams that Yuri was going to show back up again and I'd be doing it. Now, she does show up and she's connected to this thing called the Flames. Now, she is then hunting down this person called Cletus Cassidy. Now, anyone who is fans of Carnage will instantly know why the name probably sounds familiar. So yeah, she's then targeted him because of past crimes that he essentially managed to get away with. So she's out for revenge against him. Pete's trying to stop her from committing murder. I'm saying now, once I do have... Like, this is just essentially the Ricochet Rackety... Unfortunately, I don't have arrows. I've run out. So, yeah, guys. Yuri's wanting revenge against Cletus Cassidy. Cletus is doing something with this group called the Flames. You're trying to stop them from essentially kidnapping people. And when Yuri's about to finish Cletus off, yes. Because Yuri was that good at that she almost did and would have if Pete didn't get involved. Now, do I 100% know the fact that she would have? Yes. The game literally goes and gets Pete to get involved to stop her because he walks into the room and she literally has a sharp blade up to Cletus, up ready to heal Cletus. So without Pete, the Carnage wouldn't exist, and technically speaking, doesn't. and I will potentially, like, because I can't 100% say, I'll 100% say tomorrow when I'm like, because at this point in time, yeah, I'm going based on the premises of I will be streaming tomorrow. So Spider-Man 2 will be tomorrow now, but potentially, because I'm kind of feeling nice, Overwatch 2 stream on Saturday. Guys, I'm only doing this because of the fact of basically when I respawn in, for some reason it's like, you don't need to move. Now, I am doing games on difficulty peaceful, is getting set to peaceful for now, meaning there won't be mobs. Mainly because I just want to go to the nether, explore a tiny little bit. Which I don't think is too bad. But when I eventually set up a Enderman farm, I'm saying now, the game won't be able to go back onto peaceful because a mistake I made on a world that was I literally just made a Enderman farm, wanted to make one for a while. I didn't bring enough. Didn't burn enough material, not materials. Just finished making my Enderman farm because in the world I was like, I want a better XP farm. Because at the time my best was literally a mob spawner, a zombie mob spawner that I'd slightly changed. And if you know anything about this game, changing zombie mob spawners into XP farms is basically simple. Like, there is no work in it. Like, literally all I did to the farm was... Nah, it was all hostile mobs then. All I did to the farm was basically make it work. By literally just putting some hoppers down at the bottom. Are they gonna try and kill me? No. Okay, so basically anything that's dangerous won't spawn. Also, that thing to get down to here will not be staying. Basically, what I will do is when we get past it, like, because I want to stream the first 100 days and have it all on camera. But when we get past that, I'll probably spend, say, 20, potentially 20 days just exploring. Not necessarily just exploring, but mining, doing a few other, like, stuff. So, I did not know these could spawn in the... nether too. Nice to know. But yeah, basically when we get past day 100, like this just means like having a little look around. I will basically find a nicer way down. Like I will go mining. I probably won't enchant everything. I might start enchanting. Ooh, definitely going. Basically, I do not want to be using that. I'd be a literal idiot if I didn't. Like, go and check the thing. I know for a fact I'm not going to find the netherite thing. But basically, guys, what I'll do is I will go mining off stream because, in all honesty, who wants to see me go in and strip mining for like an hour and a half? It probably won't even be insane an hour and a half of like strip mining. It'll literally just be a case of I go down, spend say 2-3 hours down there, and come back. Whoops. In my defense, I'm going to need some. And if I can get some from here. Uh, I mean, that's kind of cool. But I know these places usually have like 3 or 4 chests. And potentially sometimes have golden apples. So it's literally just a case of looking. Although I will take the free gold. Like, I'm not seeing nothing, like... I know for a fact I probably should be exploring this thing just a tiny bit better. But, like, unless I'm willing to start... Never mind, I probably should. Soul speed! Arrows I'm gonna take. That I'm taking. Even if it's just Alt Speed 1, I still think it might be a useful book. So there's another block of gold there. Like, I have no problem like leaving this place. I'd just rather not go if there is still potentially, like, if it is literally just like a couple gold blocks, then I'm not gonna go all the way back down. Okay, so it does literally just look like what it is. So some kind of cool stuff. Like, I've got the ability to grow Netherwart now, which is kind of cool. I'm only double checking these. I'm pretty sure these are. I don't know. I don't think the Happy Cast update. What I'm calling the Happy Cast update. I don't think it's in the game yet. Finding a fortress would be kind of cool, but at the same point, like, I've got a bunch of stuff on me that I don't want to get rid of. I also do need to find how to get back. Oh, never mind. It's like, I need to find how I'm going to get back, and it's like, oh wait, no, never mind. Like, I instantly came down here, instead of, you know, potentially looking up there. But yeah, the only reason I'm doing this in pieces is because of the fact of, I want to explore, but at the same point, I don't want to get shot every 2 seconds. It's like, not the fact I can't survive, it's more the fact of that I know I won't. I knew I was right. Kind of. I was like, I was like, I think it was like last episode. I was like, that's 100% a thing, and it's like, no, 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 no. It's just you know, some structure. Like, it's just the nether being the nether. Turns out I was right. Damn it. Let's say, turns out I was right. It was just the nether being the nether. So, oh, because, like, from here, part of that kind of, like, does, but it's like, no, no. It's not. Like, I have no idea what like, whether it's night or day in the overworld. One thing I am kind of tempted is to see how much of a pain in the ass it would be to go from my current, like, see how, if there's any space around where my current thing is. Because at some point I'm going to need to essentially go mining for netherite. And as I've said before, there's two ways to do it. There's a way I want to do it, which is why I'm not going to do it now. Because the way I want to do it is I'm going to need a good bit of, like, gunpowder to make TNT. What I will do is, before I go, like, full steam ahead, I will spend, say, probably say a good afternoon, which will probably be a good few hours. Basically, mining, going and getting resources, all of it. But yeah, I will spend a good bit of time while not streaming to do it. Just because I know for a fact that one, it's going to be boring strip mine, and two, all I'm literally going to be doing that's like 5 gunpowder in there, none in there. Don't think there's. I don't think I'm being blind in that case. 13 in there. So overall, I think I got like 20 pieces. Literally, what I will be doing is probably just enchanting like a diamond sword or something, and then just going and spending a couple nights just slaughtering them. I probably will try and get about half a stack worth of gunpowder. Like, I'd like to take a stack, not like gunpowder, like, I'd like to take a stack of TNT in there, just dig a long ass tunnel and go back. But I don't know, like, because I don't want to spend too long to do it, but I also want to spend not long enough. First things first, we're gonna go make those top windows. It's about time, and I have made my mind up with them. It's like, oh yeah, I did get a few hours. I also might try and say enchant like an infinity bow. Like, I know for a fact this is gonna look ugly for a while, but like, I want easy access to the roof. I'm not going to do this one yet because part of me, or the back one, because part of me wants to do a balcony. But the same part of me is like, do I do it? So part of me wants to kind of just do like a nice little, say, swimming pool around the back of the house, which I probably will do because I think it might be nice. I might look at, like, because, like, and not annoyingly, like, this is basically probably what my house on Quest would look like. Trying to get a decent view would look like if I made it without, like, the wool. Because kind of what it would have looked like. Even if you were to essentially swap each cut, like swap the red for the wood and the white for the birch, like you wouldn't get a complete thing. But this is what I'd imagine what my newer version of the house would look like. And overall, I'm happy with it. That's oak. I don't want to use oak. I kind of want to use dark oak. At the same point, I kind of think that might look a bit too dark. But I also kind of do want to do a bit of a sort of rustic style. I don't want to do bamboo because I've used that for the wood. Like, I've used that for floor. Part of me is kind of wishing I had, like, I don't wish for red wool, but like something like, say, red and white concrete, because I want 100% and tempted to leave it until... I mean, I don't have red dye and... No, you need beetroot, which I don't have any at the minute. I'm tempted to do like a red and white roof. See, normally roofs aren't the biggest problem for me, because it's like... Typically, what I do is... sort of like the triangle sort of style of roof. What I might actually do is go around the whole edge and like one floor below, like here and here, and just do a sort of like stone thing, but I think that's going to look ugly unless I do the full pan, and I don't want to. So now, what would stone brick look like? I have cutters, so it's not going to be... benefit of this. I want to see what it looks like, because if it looks horrible, then it will be, yeah, no, taking them down. But like, I kind of want this house to look like a rusted sort of stuff. Every time. Because I don't want it to look too much like a flat roof, but I also don't want it to have too much of a raise. So I'm going to essentially see what this looks like before. Plus, again, it's not going to be too bad. It's just going to involve some, I think, another couple stacks of cobble. Because this was from a stack of stone. Like, I got 2 stacks worth. And I've got about halfway around. Like, it's not going to be a perfect look, because there is going to be a few tiny little bits missing. I kind of... Actually, I kind of hate it. Like, I don't want to because I want this to look nice. I'm only going to do, say, the first row. I need to go a decent distance away. No, it does look horrible. Annoyingly, it's one of those cases where, like, stone brick and literally every single thing I have used to build this house normally go together pretty decently. But, and pretty sure I've used them together. But I don't know why, it's just like, It's like, I know part of me is like saying, just do stairs, or even just do a case of. But like, part of me is like, I want to do it flat. Ooh, I've kind of got a decent idea. I could still do it flat. But I could still give it a slope. Isn't stupid and dumb, I'm kind of just tempted to give it a pink roof. Like, I don't know why, part of me is like saying, do a pink roof, and it's like, Like, I want this to look like an old, like, rusted, like, old, like, suburban, rusted type of house. And all for literally 99% of this build, I've been happy as anything with it. Probably shouldn't have fell from a decent height. And by decent, I mean like 3 blocks. Literally, most of this build, I've been happy as anything. But this roof. This stupid roof. It's like, I know part of me saying just do pink. Like, use like the pink logs. I've kind of got a very dark, like, because I still want it to look kind of like it's still got like beams and all that lot going through. I can tell you now, I could 100% complete this house, be 100% happy with it. Yeah, I'm still going to find something to be like, I don't like it. Like, when I first built the house in Quest, I was happy as anything with it. Literally couldn't say another bad thing about it. But looking at it now, it's like, this does not represent like me at all. Like, as a builder, it does not represent how I wanted my house to look. But the thing I'm tempted to do is like make it look like it's got like building work like going up around it, I'd need to do it one level lower just to sort of, but in the inside it would basically look like, for instance, like that, it would look like in the inside, but then you'd have your do blocks up. Which does mean I do need more oak. I know for a fact part of me probably will just settle for something dumb and stupid for the roof. But yeah, guys, when I first built the house in Quest, I was happy as anything with it. But looking back at it years later, it's like, yeah, no. Like, I built houses like later on that I was so much more happier with. And I never moved out of it. It's like if someone was to tell me to someone was to tell me right here, full on change, anything you want, like, here's your world, rebuild, like, we've picked, say, 3 buildings from your world, rebuild them how you want. And we then need to pick, see if we can judge it. One of the buildings I would want on that list would be my house. See, there was a couple of buildings that I've built that I wasn't happy with that I have upgraded. Would be my house, the bar, because I did build a bar a while ago, and I can't remember what I think it was nether brick I used, and why I don't despise it. I think I probably would just use brick now. Or even, actually, I probably would just use brick. But looking at it now, it's like, okay, so my house, the bar, I'm not going to put the iron and gold farm in because, one, I 100% would. Like, nothing stopping me from essentially building a more better iron farm. It's just, at this point in Quest, like, I don't think I'm going to need that much iron. But my house, the bar, there's got to be another bit. Okay, the 3 buildings I would pick to essentially redesign. One's a bit more of a questionable one that I don't think many people know about. Would be my house, the bar, and the gravesite. Basically, a while ago, and I mean a good while ago, I think I did it out of episode and I just pointed out the next one, but I was like, guys, built a gravestone, here's it is. Basically, it's sort of on like this floating like platform. It doesn't look the best, but it is what it is. I'd 100% rebuild it. And, make it better. Something else I'd potentially also rebuild would be my essential honor garden. Now, the honor garden has had several names over the years, but basically behind the back of my house in Quest, there's this garden where people who motivated me or left nice comments or stuff, like, there's a few YouTubers that have been added to it, but either, like, there's a few specific ways you can get into it. They've been, like, there. For a while, I was going to essentially my lovely garden. But yeah, for now, I think I probably will just stick with say honor garden. I probably would potentially redesign that, although I think for the most part I am happy with how that is. I'm trying to think, is there anything in Quest that I would? Like, there's a couple, like, for instance, the Tiger copy of me I built. I think I probably would want to redesign that, but at the same point, that's kind of dumb and stupid to a point where it's kind of funny and iconic. It's like, I don't change my house because I know for a fact that I get a bunch of comments being like, but we're used to this. And guys, it happens every time in like YouTubers. For instance, a YouTuber who I love watching because he usually something in each of his videos that makes me sort of go, yeah, this is cheering me up a bit, is a YouTuber who goes by the name Jack Sucks. Typically it's Jack Sucks Alive, but he does have Jack Sucks at Stuff too, and a few other Jack Sucks channels. I started getting more into his content from his Tesla channel, which I do miss his Tesla content. But at the same point, I get why he's not essentially promoting his Tesla at the minute with... I don't know exactly, but there's stuff going on with Elon Musk, which I don't want to get into, because I don't know anything about... it. I've heard the odd thing, but again, not getting into it. But yeah, like, his car channel was cool. But basically, he swapped... Because for his main channel, he had, like, this pink back profile picture, like... He had his, like, face with, like, a pink, like, background. He then changed it to a blue, which was the same as Jack Massey, was the same as his Jack Massey Welsh channel. He then changed that to sort of like a sky blue, and a bunch of his chat commenters were going, "We don't like this and all a lot," and he's like, "Give it 6 months." I don't even think it was the case. Give it 6 months. Like, give it, well, you'll all forget about it, and he was right. Because then there's been like a few like stuff on his Reddit. It's been like, hey, who remembers when his channel looked like this? And it's like, hell yeah. How did he know that it was going to happen? Because it wasn't the first time he changed his profile. But yeah, guys, like, it would be something I'd change, but I know for a fact a bunch of people would be like, why? And it's like, I know for a fact I'd end up being like, why? Like, thankfully no one did. I don't think anyone was like, why the hell have you changed the house? Because, guys, technically speaking, my house has had like 5 different changes that have basically, for the most part, gone unknown. And looking at it now, you wouldn't notice the difference. First change was for a good while, it was basically just a red and white box. Then I basically changed it and added essentially a kitchen and a few other things onto the side, plus a brewing room downstairs. Then there's other stuff that have been changed up, like in the upstairs area. Then when I moved the world from 360 to Xbox One, because annoyingly I'd basically started doing Quest. Like, I started doing Quest in 2016, and I think the Xbox One had already out, but I didn't have one at the time. I only had the 360. I got an Xbox One S that Christmas, but I wasn't using it that much for a good while because at the time my friends were only using the 360. Not the first time I've essentially bought a new console and gone back and used the old one. Like, when I bought my PS5 3 years ago, it was before 2023, so part of me wants to say it was 2022. It's like, hold on, wait, is it almost been 3 years? Because I've had it as a Christmas present that year. Because I'm pretty sure I had it a year before Spider-Man 2 came out, and that came out in, like, 2023. But, yeah. I was still using my PS4 for a little while, because something I hadn't had to do on Xbox, but needed to do on PlayStation, was I essentially had to transfer everything over. which was a pain, and I hadn't completely done it, so I was still using PS4 for a little while. Like, there was 4 of us in a group. 3 of us still speak, 1 of us don't. They found some other people to speak to. To simplify it, they were going out with another person in the group. Them two then broke up, and it kind of just went from there. Not going into it, not my person, not my business, not my reasons to go into. But yeah, they then broke up and stopped speaking. Because last year, for a good while, like that starting streaming and doing content again last year would have been perfect. Because I would have had the free time to. But yeah, like last year was kind of a darker place. It's like I want to speak to people, but no one's speaking. Now it's like, hold on, people are speaking, but like I'm not speaking back. But yeah, getting back to my house. Then when I moved it to Xbox One, well, I hadn't been speaking to like playing Minecraft with like I hadn't been doing the weekly stuff with Wolfus for a while. He stopped, and when we stopped doing it, it was like I started this series with him. What am I supposed to do? Then Quest basically was, at the time, this channel was basically the equivalent of a duo channel. Because it was basically a split screen, you saw both our perspectives. Because he'd come round, we'd record. Which, guys, it's not the first time that I was going to do YouTube. And I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, my house then, when I moved to Xbox One, wasn't doing streaming, wasn't doing content. Wolfers hadn't been doing it for a while, so it's like, you know what, his house is a perfect size that I can upgrade. So, when I say I made a bunch of black shulker boxes, chucked every last little bit of a sink into them. It would have been good to get this on footage just in case, but again, if he does whinge about something, I would be that tempted just to go. Depending on what he whinged about, if he said, oh, I'm missing like this netherite sword, it's like, dude, yeah. Netherite wasn't a thing when you last played this. But yeah, I took every single one of his items, chucked them all into black shulker boxes, moved them all into his slime house. Yeah, I didn't ask him if I could, but at this point, like, he hadn't even played in the world, so it's like, it's kind of fair game. Moved them all into his house. Basically took down his whole house, when technically speaking did. Reality, I just went, swap the black for red, swap the purple for white. I think it was. Basically, I just made it so that the colours lined up in my house, and that became my house. I then, pretty sure I did show off in a video and say everything, and like showed all that lot. But yeah, I moved all of his stuff into a slime house. But yeah, Quest wasn't the first time I was going to do YouTube. It's just the first time I did. I want to say, I think I was in high school by this point. I might not have been. But basically, me and like 5 friends, jeez, like the people I was going to originally start doing YouTube with, I barely speak to anyone anymore. Because there was me, Wolfus, and like 3 girls. I speak to the one whenever I see them, but the other 2 I don't speak to anymore. Like the one kid went to the same college as me, and I spoke every now and then when I saw her, but got to a point where she essentially did start blanking me. But yeah, there was us 5 that were going to start. Me, Wolfus were going to be in it, and then the 2 of the 2 girls were going to be in it, and it was basically going to be the thing of the one of the girls is a real. Presume she's still pretty good at football, and when I say football, I do mean English, not American. Like, I'm British, so that's why. But for all those Americans, soccer, which seriously hurts to say, was basically about this girl who wanted to. Like, I'm saying now the concept didn't come from this, but it does kind of seem like that. But if anyone's seen Bella and the Bulldogs, I don't think the concept came from it. I think I might have taken the odd idea from it. But if anyone has seen Bella and the Bulldogs, it's kind of basically like this cheerleader who wants to start playing football. In the thing we were going to do is basically about this girl who wants to do football but's a cheerleader. No, we don't have cheerleaders in normal football, but it's just like it kind of made sense. And it was going to be the fact that she wanted to, and then would basically prove to be good enough. And my character was then going to get in contact with the manager because I was essentially the lead of the team, and it was going to go from there. We didn't exactly plan much of it. But yeah, and then she was going to get accepted into the team, and it was going to go from there. Then, a good while later, one of the friends had dropped out, and Driver Scotty was then going to take over filming. But we filmed the odd little bit, but we didn't film that much. Granted, I would still kind of be up to do it because it was overall good. Like, it was a good thing. I'd be up to do it. I'd even be up to essentially run up on the channel. But I can say now, if I was to do the same idea with a group of friends, it wouldn't be football related. It would basically be this person who wants to be a duelist, he keeps getting like put down by a bunch of dudes, and essentially does. Because the whole point was essentially this girl wanted to join what's typically a boys' club, but couldn't because no one would give her a chance. But she proved she was good enough, and she got in. It didn't go further than an idea because I think a bunch of us were just kind of terrified to do it. It's like, one thing for certain, I probably will never do like a face reveal. Just because there's been a couple times where I've gone to do like IRL vlogs and it's recorded them everything, walking a lot. So nope, don't like it. And this is coming from someone who's done drama, who's been recorded while doing drama. Like, drama was one of my GCSEs. Which I didn't, like... My GCSEs, I didn't, like, get, like... Because U's a fail over here. Or at least in Wales. And no, I'm not Welsh. But yeah, so U's a fail, at least in Wales, I think. I really don't know our own, system, and... I didn't get any U's. Wolfers got a few, and by a few I mean all. But him in exams were kind of a case of... Guys, if any of you have ever seen Tom and Jerry and seen Tom run from Jerry... No, Jerry run from Tom. The literal mouse running from the cat trying to eat it. Basically, that's kind of Wolfers with exams. He sees them coming, he knows he should study, but it's like, no, I don't need to. Like, I wasn't at the time prior to my exam results because I could have done so much better. Realizing now, I was putting way too much pressure on myself. But, yeah. So, there was that time where I was potentially going to start YouTube, which potentially would have meant I would have been starting it, because I think that was like 2015. The second time we were going to do it, I was already doing YouTube. Which I think was back in like 2017. Potentially 2018, but I think it was like 2017. And it's like, it's fine, I'll sort it, I'll host it, the lot. Just because I want to carry on talking, but also fix this all. I will turn it before the end. Don't worry. But yeah, so then a couple years later we were going to, but again, the idea just fell through. Like, I don't know why either. I don't have the gate 8. But yeah, so there's been a couple times where I was gonna do YouTube, ended up starting doing YouTube, and in all honesty, I've not regretted it. But yeah, so there was a small part. There was a very small part in time where I was gonna do YouTube, and I almost did. But then, like a couple years, like wasn't like it must have been like a year later. I was like, you know what, let's do it. And in all honesty, I've not regretted it because it has been a nice. It has been sort of like a nice journey because it's like content that I thought no one would want to watch because like who would want to hear me talk? Few people do, which is why, guys, if you are new around here, please like and subscribe. And for anyone wondering what's going to happen after Spider-Man Part 2 ends, to those people, we're like 25% way through the game. Typically, it's about 60%, and then you are done. And I'm already on Part 6, so who thinks we're going to be getting through it that quick? And second of all, I have no idea. It's like, I can say when Quest comes back, if I start doing, like, Quest back as videos, and, like, because what will probably happen then when I do start doing Quest back, like, bring Quest properly back, and not just showing off the world every so often in live streams. What'll basically happen is, Quest will then go back to being its Monday and Thursday stuff. New ventures potentially, no guarantees, will potentially come out on those nights, like stream-wise. And then there might be the odd video per week. But when Quest doesn't, I have like, no idea what's going to come next. Like... Oh, I found a mistake I did. I don't know why I did it, because... Actually, I can tell you why I did it. I was basically probably just speed bridging over. But, like, none of the others have them, so I am just going to go and correct it. Plus, like, looking all the way up, like, that's straight, there's, like, no blocks in between. No, it is. Never mind. I was like... See, the reason it doesn't look accurate, and I'm deciding to do it... Yeah, you know what, I am. Because it's like, do I... Please? 4 more blocks down. Yeah, see, that does look a bit nicer. Like, I know why I didn't do it initially, but, like, I know why I probably did it for those. Because I probably just carried on going, but I do think it does help just split them up a bit. Because the purpose of the wooden, like, the oak logs is to, like, essentially show you it's not just one big blob. It's just small little, like, sort of compartments. Because, like, turning this into, like, a block of flats would not be hard. Literally, door would, like, the wall would be here, wall would be there, door there. Wall. Like, the 2 walls, then the 2 walls, and then there'd be the wall from, like, here through to here, here through to here. You'd have, like, sort of potential, like, the glass little commissary areas, but I couldn't promise it. But yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. I do probably think I probably should have slept, but at the same point, as soon as I sleep, it's end day 90. Although I can tell you probably what's going to happen for like the next like 10 days. I'm going to spend like the next probably like 5 days being like, but if I did this, no, hold on. But if I did that, no, this looks nicer that way. Is it just going to be a big case of this, yeah, right, actually. But yeah, guys, in all honesty, after Spider-Man 2's done, I have no idea what game. Like, I was looking on the PlayStation like Plus stuff on the earlier. It's like, what game can I have? What I probably will do is just pick one game that I've either A, not played much, B, never played that I'm interested to play, and then just stream me playing it. Like, there's a few games that I probably never will play. It's like, I'm tempted to, because I 100% wouldn't be doing it for the full hour and a half if I do this. But, like, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and Duel IRL. Not been to actual tournaments yet. I want to get, like, basically, I want to get some local experience first, and I've just not had a chance before I go to, like, proper tournaments. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Master resets once a month. Now, typically, I don't have the time to go through and play and wait to play a few games, because I like trying to get them done. Don't ask why, but I like to essentially be in plat before I meet up with the people who I meet up for Fridays. Something dumb, stupid, and more pressure I put into myself, but same point, it's a nice little challenge. Lowe's reset over the weekend, and I'm kind of tempted, because I can tell you now, it won't be for a full hour and a half. Like, part of me is kind of tempted to stream, but part of me is also like, hold on, wait a minute. I know for a fact I'm going to come across a deck, not going to be able to beat said deck, and going to be, how the hell do I get out of this? I did one glass, didn't I? So part of me is tempted to do that. Part of me is also kind of just tempted to mess around on GT for a while, but like, I know what I probably will do. It's like, I only need 4 pieces of glass. It's like, no, hold on, wait, no, I need 8. It's 4 per. Duh. I changed it because I wanted to have like a peaceful night and not need to sleep and be instantly bombarded. Also, the dogs are 100%, like, I know roughly where I do want to build the doghouse too. Although, it's going to be a bit of a different doghouse, and there's only one problem. I like to use snow for floors, for doghouses, because it's nice and soft, and personally, it's like nice and soft on their paws. Essentially, the equivalent of like a nice soft carpet, but it makes a bit of sense. I was going to say, but I don't know when there's snow places. I do. I'm pretty sure I also have pumpkin, so what I probably will do, and the stream's ending in like 30 seconds anyway. What I probably will do is block off the stairs by gates. And just like let a snowman wander around my house. But same point, it probably would just be easier just to build a couple of like small enclosures for one. But same point, I don't want to be the person in capturing snowman. But look guys, this hasn't been the most productive episode, but it's been a case of when we talked about the time where I almost started doing YouTube, did start doing YouTube, then almost started doing a secondary project. In all honesty guys, the project of essentially, I probably will continue talking about it in tomorrow's like streams. But the project was essentially the girl who wants to like be a footballer but couldn't was essentially more of a case of what a lot of people don't know is in the workplace a lot of women do essentially get questioned whether they can because you can't do it. It's a man's job and wasn't essentially supposed to represent that, but it kind of does. But enough about the real world like drama. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Sorry it's been a bit of a rant and not much progress. Next episode we're gonna try and finish the house and actually make a full decision. But anyway, yeah, so this is Tigress signing off. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time, and bye.